Hello and welcome to the pond. I'm your host, the Bullfrog, and we are in Thanksgiving week. And we are at the end of the trilogy with the man of no name. And now we're going into the most iconic movie of the trilogy. The Good, the Bad, and the Ugly. The story continues on. Clint Eastwood's character still roams the West, being the bounty hunter, finding men and sending them to justice, and him collecting the money. However, this movie, he has come up with a scheme. And he thought of this by meeting the character of Tuco.
There are two kinds of spurs, my friend. Those that come in by the door, those that come in by the window.
A man who probably has one of the coolest openings in film history. The scheme is this. Eastwood takes Tuco to a town. The town will try to hang Tuco while Eastwood, being far away, sharpshoots the noose so Tuco can get away and find Clint Eastwood, and they ride off with the money and the bounty on Tuco's head getting higher and higher.
Know how much you're worth now?
No, how much?
$3,000.
It's brilliant, brilliant, brilliant!
Till Tuco is getting enough of it, cuz
The neck at the end of the rope is mine. I run the risks.
you're the one the easy part. I want a bigger share of the money. I want more. And Eastwood,
Our partnership is untied. Oh, no.
Wait.
Not you. You remain tied. I'll keep the money and you can have the rope.
and Tuco is pissed off, and he wants justice. Not revenge, justice. He wants the Eastwood character to experience the exact same cruelty that Eastwood put him through, which means the walk in the desert, being parched and thirsty, having that noose around his neck, with that threatening idea of him getting hanged. He's trying to force empathy and sympathy out of him.
Whoever double-crosses me and leaves me alive, he understands nothing about Tuco. Nothing.
This is one part of the story.
Go on.
There is another piece of the puzzle.
He's back!
But Mortimer in this movie is going under the alias of Angel Eyes, or that's what people call him. And he is colder and looks like he's a few cents poorer than he was in the second movie. And he has found out that somewhere out there is $200,000 in the terms of the 1800s.
Fix yourselves all up. Walk down the street like a king.
Thing is, though, Tuco and Eastwood were the ones who found the man who had the knowledge. Tuco knows what graveyard this treasure box is in, but Clint Eastwood knows which grave it's buried in. This is The Good, the Bad, and the Ugly. My favorite movies are very long. Lord of the Rings, Return of the King, RRR. It's a mad, 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 mad world.
I'm a dentist. Do you think you're hurt real bad?
Is he kidding?
At that same time frame, about 3 hours. However, the thing that strengthens these movies to the point that I am in love with them and I defend the length is the fact that these are characters that I've connected with. These are characters that you can have fun with. And also there's a certain energy behind each and every scene, to the point that you don't really feel the time. It doesn't feel like 3 hours. It may feel like 2 hours with certain movies. They feel like that, even though they are not like that. The Good, the Bad, and the Ugly doesn't have that. Yes, it has good characters, and we'll go more into that later on. This movie loves to linger on its shots. in the wrong way. Yes, visually it's good, but if you dwindle it down a bit, it wouldn't feel so much of a chore. The movie just needs to be trimmed so much. And the characters, I'm not saying they're pathetic. Far from it. Tuco, I believe, is the heart of the movie. The whole movie revolves around him. Not Clint Eastwood, not Angel Eyes. It's Tuco. This is a man who wants justice, but yet through this whole adventure, it kind of revolves around his choices. And Clint Eastwood, he is still Clint Eastwood. He's a good stoic figure, but it's not so much on him. He and Tuco are really good characters, and it's fun to see them bounce off each other and them going through these adventures. You could almost say are going through the Noble Knights story of them going from point A to point B and having these mini adventures through these points, and these adventures are going to test them and push them to the point that when it comes to that ending, we're going to see if the movie will pay us off. However, Angel Eyes is a big problem in the movie. I watched and did review on For a Few More Dollars. That is a good movie. His character is really well established and really well made in that movie. When we watched this one, you could feel that he's a lot more colder, something a little bit more sinister. He's not as cleaned, as refined. Having this character shift and having no background threw me off. If I seen The Good, the Bad, and the Ugly, and only The Good, the Bad, and the Ugly, I wouldn't have minded so much. This is a movie where continuity hurt a certain character, while continuity forever helps the Clint Eastwood character.
Damn straight!
And now that iconic ending, even if you're like me and haven't seen the movie, you have seen that ending and not know it. There's too many movies, there's too many references, there's too much that revolves around the good, the bad, and the ugly. It's too iconic.
That Italian-American-Mexican standoff.
How can I talk more about this? Spoiler section. If you don't want to know exactly what's going on and you want to stay pure, this is your time. Because in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, the narrative story ruined Tuco. Look, there's a scene before that bit where we see Clint Eastwood give Tuco his gun. But Eastwood's character removed all the bullets. So this scene robbed Tuco of his choice. Yes, you could go, this is true to Clint Eastwood's character. It's him ensuring he only has one worry and not two. But through this big grand adventure, that is The Good, the Bad, and the Ugly, and Clint Eastwood giving Tuco a loaded gun, after this whole experience, is Tuco going to be Tuco, or is he going to be someone bigger? That would have sealed the deal and made The Good, the Bad, and the Ugly very good and very well made. But they didn't do that. They robbed Tuco of his greatest choice, which is the biggest bummer. So, if I would rate this from 1 out of 7, the iconic Good, Bad, and the Ugly, I would give it a 4. So, the most iconic westerns are not as synergistic with their ratings. And tomorrow is Thanksgiving. And I'm going to be honest with you people. Right now, I'm drawing a blank of what to review. So, tomorrow is going to be just as surprising for you as it will be for me. But until that time comes, this is the Bullfrogs signing out.
Gobble, gobble.
It was at this moment he knew. He f***ed up.